It is American Cynic once again. It is another gloomy November day. I'm making this just a few days before Thanksgiving, and I was wondering, what should this be about? I'm like, oh, it came to me consumerism. As you may or may not know, credit card debt is now, so they say, $1 billion. The only thing higher than that is student loan debt, which is $1 trillion. Uh, the holidays are fast approaching, and that means people are going to slap down their credit card because going in debt means you love someone. Yeah, sure it does. Right. Let's say you have 30 people on your list to get things for. And let's say you're going to spend like $25 each, except for your spouse. You might spend like 100 or more. So add that up. Okay, you're going to spend that much for one day out of the whole year. Okay. Trust me, if you're married, I know you have to obviously get something. Jewelry, that's what women like. Men, sports memorabilia or some shit like that. I don't care. My parents went into debt because they never paid off the balances. How much did they owe? 65,000, or 63,000. That's a lot of debt. And when I was younger, I would go to the mall and see people coming out with like three or four bags full of things, and I'm thinking, wow, I guess they have good jobs. They're lucky. And then like years later, I'm like, nope, it's not that. They just slap down the credit card. They don't give a damn about anything else. Yeah, we'll pay it off maybe. And my friend had 50,000 in debt, and he declared bankruptcy. I do not recommend that because that follows you for 7 years. It destroys your credit score. And I tell people the only reason you should have a credit card is to build credit, and also if you can't pay things off at once, meaning a car and a house. And so that leads to another thing. What do you want versus what do you need? There's a lot of things that I want. Oh, hell yeah. But I know that I can't afford all of them, well, or even half of them. Needs? Well, you need food and water and clothing and shelter. And so that's what I would tell people to focus on. Focus on the needs first. After that, then there's the wants. But yeah, I've seen people just go crazy with credit cards, and I'm like, wow, you're a glutton for punishment. And so this is a great question. Do I need this? A switchblade, whatever, a Lulu Baloo, whatever it's called. They're ugly, and the Starbucks Bear Cup. Do you need this crap? Nah, I would say no. Are you going to sell it for a higher price? eBay, yeah, you might get like an extra 100, whatever. But is it worth it overall? No, I would say no. But people go crazy this time of year. I gotta get this, and why? Just why? Well, they can never answer that. Why? I just gotta have it. No, you don't. Uh, oh, like when people buy, like simple stuff like coffee and a Danish whatever, they slap down a credit card. I'm like, dude, just use cash or a debit card. I mean, that's what I do. Nope, gotta have it. I gotta build credit by it. No, wrong way to do it. And so yeah, my parents went crazy with the plastic, never paying off any balance. They had 6 gas cards, Hess, Sunoco, Chevron. I did ask my mom, hey, why didn't you pay this off? Well, she didn't have a good answer. So, and that's we're brainwashed into thinking that we need this and this and this to be. You have to be a good American. You have to consume this and this. No, you don't need to consume any of this crap. Like I said, there's just the basics that you really need. Other stuff is wants. And so when I see people like buying something, of course, the Black Friday deals, they think it's a deal. Oh, I got to get this flat screen TV. No, you don't. They're just trying to get rid of it, overstock. Is it really worth, let's say $1,200? Yeah, probably not. Maybe 800. You just think you're getting a deal, but you're not. And if your kids are like going to bed hungry, you know what? Maybe they need food. They don't need that flat screen TV. Just a suggestion, okay? Don't make me go Mark Levin on you. And so, yeah, we've been brainwashed into thinking we have to go into debt because of, what? To be a great patriotic American? It doesn't make sense to me. And, as a kid, I was like, wow, yeah, I guess my parents need this and that. No. And when I got older, I realized it's all crap. It's all crap. Most of what you're told, you have to do this. No, you don't. It's all crap. And some of us, find out too late. But then we try to warn others. And they ignore it. And then they find out it's too late. Continuous, it's a vicious cycle, So, this holiday season, do you really want to go into thousands of dollars in debt? I would tell people, look, here's a $25, gift card to Walmart, whatever. I can't afford much. And if they don't or can't understand, that's on them. You just tell them, I can't afford this. Things are tough right now. When things get better, well, you'll you'll know it. So it's a stressful time of year because of this, and of course, a few other factors like trying to get along with people that maybe you just don't want to be around. Anyway, here's a question: what is the most expensive thing you ever bought for someone for Christmas?